Since the late 19th century, New York has been home to some of the highest cities in the world. Around that time, the city's architects came to the conclusion that they should concentrate on building in rather than out. Over the past 100 years, that trend has only continued, and today there are above 300 structures in the city that are over 150 meters tall. Here is a closer look at some of New York's highest structures. Number 10. The Brooklyn Tower. The Brooklyn Tower is a colossal, mixed-use skyscraper in central Brooklyn and the only structure on this list that is located outside of Manhattan. Although it is expected to be finished later this year, the 93-story skyscraper is now under construction on DeKalb Avenue close to Flatbush Avenue. The structure is mostly used for housing. The commercial space will be at least 93,000 square feet. The 1908-built, conserved Dime Savings Bank building, a prominent local landmark, is currently located on the ground level. Number 9. 3 World Trade Center. The World Trade Center was rebuilt in Lower Manhattan after the September 11th attacks, and the second tallest structure in that complex is called 3 World Trade. The structure is situated on the eastern edge of the World Trade Center site, facing Greenwich Street. It was constructed on the site of the Marriott World Trade Center, a 22-story hotel that was demolished after 9/11 owing to structural damage. The new structure has 5 floors of retail space and 2.5 million square feet of commercial space. Number 8. Bank of America Tower. In Midtown Manhattan, at 1111th Avenue of the Americas between 42nd and 43rd Street, there is a skyscraper called the Bank of America Tower, also known as 1 Bryant Park. The Bank of America was the anchor tenant of the roughly 2 million square feet of office space that the Durst organization built for them. The Stephen Sondheim Theater, a New York City landmark, is located at the base of the structure. The structure is 1,200 feet tall and has a total of 55 stories. Number 7. Empire State Building. 355th Avenue is the address of the 102-story Art Deco Empire State Building. It was the tallest structure in the world when it was first finished in 1931, and it kept that status until 1971. Visitors can still visit the observation deck 365 days a year to take in the breathtaking vistas from the structure, which has evolved into one of New York City's signature features. The Empire State Building, at 1,250 feet, is now ranked 49th in the world and 9th in the United States for height. Number 6. 30 Hudson Yards. 30 of all the structures built as part of the Hudson Yards redevelopment project, which started in 2012. Hudson Yards is the tallest. The ultra-high skyscraper, which is second highest in the world behind Toronto's CN Tower, has a distinctive triangular observation deck on the 100th floor. Corporate offices, including those of Wells Fargo Securities, Warner Media, and Facebook, make up the majority of the structure. A 10,000 square foot event room with a private bar, restaurant, and eating area is located on the 101st level, at the very top. Number 5. 432 Park Avenue. At 57th and Park Avenue in Midtown East, there is a residential tower called 432 Park Avenue, with 147 apartments and features including a golf practice area, a clubhouse with a health center and sauna, and an 8,500 square foot private restaurant run by a Michelin star-rated chef. 432 Park Avenue is a new addition to Billionaire's Row. The former Drake Hotel was demolished to make way for the structure, which the developers bought in 2006. When it was finished in 2014, it was the tallest residential structure in the world. It is now the 3rd tallest. Number 4. 1 Vanderbilt. On Vanderbilt Avenue and 42nd Street, close to Grand Central Station, there is a very tall building called 1 Vanderbilt. It is the 2nd tallest office building in NYC, standing at 1,401 feet. The real estate investment trust S.L. Green created the structure, which Cohn Peterson Fox designed. The concept first emerged in the wake of a rezoning of Midtown East in the 2010s intended to spur the construction of new office buildings for businesses. A TD Bank is located on the 3rd story, and French chef David Bollad's 11,000 square foot restaurant Le Pavilion is located on the 2nd. Number 3. 111 West 57th Street. The Steinway Building, located at 111 West 57th Street, is also a part of Billionaire's Row. The world's thinnest skyscraper, 111 West 57th Street, stands at 1,428 feet and has a width-to-height ratio of 124. The residential structure has 20,000 square feet of amenities space and 60 opulent condos. The ground floor Steinway & Sons shop first opened its doors in 1925. Steinway Hall, a former store, office, and concert hall that was a gathering place for musicians and artists when it was in use, is home to many of the apartments in the building. Number 2. Central Park Tower. Along Manhattan's Billionaires Row, at 225 West 57th Street, is the super-tall skyscraper known as Central Park Tower. It is the tallest predominantly residential structure in the world and the 14th tallest skyscraper overall. The well-known department store takes up the basement and the first 5 levels of what is also known as the Nordstrom Tower. The skyscraper also contains 179 residential units, leisure areas, and an exclusive club on floor 100. The centerpiece of Billionaires Row, Central Park Tower, is 1550 feet tall. Number 1. One World Trade Center. The highest structure in New York City is called One World Trade Center. The structure has 104 stories and is 1776 feet tall. It is also the 7th tallest building in the world and the tallest in the entire Western Hemisphere. The building's blueprints were created after the original Twin Towers were demolished on September 11th, and it is also known as the Freedom Tower. It was created by architect David Chiles, whose company previously created the Chicago Willis Tower.